Hello, hello, hello. That's just going to throw everybody off now. Troy won't know when to start running amok. The dogs won't know when to chill out. No intro music is going to throw everybody off. That'll be next on my list. Hi, Rosalie. Hi, Sue. Good morning, Brioni. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Cheryl. How is everybody doing today? Happy Monday. Ooh, gotta move this out of the way. How's it going? What's the haps, man? Hi, Robin. How are you? See, it takes longer now. Hi, Chris. It doesn't sync anymore now. That's what the intro is used for, is to sync the pages. So obviously the YouTube gets it a lot quicker. So we've got to wait for the Facebook world to come and join us. But I see Robin's here, so we must now be on here. Yep, we are. So I can share it over now, which is also really weird. Everything is different. I'm waiting for the ding. There it is. Hey, Ashley. Hi, Grace. How are you? Hi, Sheila. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. My name is Terry Lightsey. If you are not sure where you're at and what's happening, this is the new. Actually, it kind of felt really weird because when I do the episode numbers, sometimes I forget. So I'm sure we're way beyond 553. This is episode 553, but I had in my right mind to start it back at 0 since we're starting all over again. You're in my prayers, Robin. You have been ever since we've talked. You got this. You got this. Hi, Dale. 396 days. Aw. So yes, the chatbot does work here. So if you hit exclamation notify, hopefully you will get notified whenever I'm about to go or am live. All the other shortcuts work, the exclamation follow age, exclamation chaos will give you a link to the shop, exclamation grace will take you right to the, I hate when it does that. It'll take you right to the new collection. And then if you guys seen, pretty soon will be the holiday reveal for Decoupage Queen. So we'll be doing that. Hi, Donna. Hi, Helen. Hi, Mac. I was gone all weekend. Didn't hear about your chaos until yesterday. You sent me a direct message. I'm not sure where it went. I will search for it, Mac. Yeah, boy, it was quite a wild ride this weekend, Mac. You missed all the fun. I know you guys got me, and from the bottom of my heart, it meant the world to me after all the yuck that was going on. We all have always talked about it, that, the community will always come together for no matter who it is. And you guys showed that to me tenfold over the weekend. So I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I know, Ashley. But we'll be here. We'll make it better. Like I said, this was always the way it should have been anyways. It was just, now it just made us change over here. So that's all good too. But going forward, the other page will just sit there. I still am definitely afraid to log on over there. So I just don't want to attach any of my devices to it just yet because I don't know what the deal is. So, yeah. Hi, Audrey. How are you? Um, This is way behind. Why does it say 4 days ago I was live? No, I'm live now on Craft and Chaos. Hello? Hello, anybody home? There I am. Hi, Karen. Hola, Ari. How are you? Hi, Mama. How's Mama today? Oh, I got chat rules. Don't be rude. Okay. I got my own rules that are saying don't be rude. Don't be rude. Thank you for sprinkling. So I do have something that I wanted to show you guys. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be in trouble. Maybe I'm gonna be in trouble. I don't know. I bought very, 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 very limited quantities of this just because we had the release last Thursday and then we had the release this week, and I know when the releases are coming back to back like that, it's very overwhelming, because if you're like me and you have FOMO, it's very overwhelming on the pocketbook. So I didn't do a mass ordering of these. However, if for some reason you are wanting it and it does go out of stock, if you hit the notify me when it comes back in stock, if I get enough requests for it, I'll bring more in. Like I said, I just didn't want to overwhelm everybody. Plus, there's a lot of stuff going on this week, and I totally forgot these were coming today. So I didn't even really talk about it. Trevor Lightsy's friends also follow. What? Anyways, Mama's good. Yay! I have lots wanting the Santa mold, but I didn't bother you. So I in the retailer group, they keep telling us that they're going to ship on by the end of October. So I have my pre-order in for all of the molds. So the bright bauble molds, which is the blank ornaments that everybody is going cuckoo gaga for, but they're out of stock everywhere. So all of the ones that just released Q3 Part 2, which Part 2 was just the molds, I have all of those molds on pre-order. So whenever they do the mass shipping, which they just keep saying end of month. So end of this month. So we're getting to the end here. So I would assume they're going to ship within the next week or two. So maybe this week. I don't assume that they'll ship much later than next week, because isn't that the last week? Hi, Laura. Hi, Sandy Triplet. Yeah. So whenever you get that, you know what? Ashley, you need to teach me how to do. I guess I could look the keywords, so that way I can also send things. But yeah, so I have each and every single one because I've gotten the notify when back in stock. So I have, as soon as those went out of stock, I have them all on pre-order. So I'll get my order in. You'll see a notification. But if everybody orders that wants a notification, I don't even know how long I'll stay in stock because I didn't order like a gajillion of them. Manny Chatbot, I paid someone to set it up. Oh, Manny? Oh, that's weird. Okay, so like I said, I didn't order caboodles of these, but I think they're pretty cool, y'all. So this one, let me show you this one first. So these are the redesign molds, and this one is called Silver Bells. Yes, I'm being very cheeky. So this one's called Silver Bells. Look. Isn't that pretty? Can you see all of that? If you go exclamation chaos, you'll get a message with the link to the store. And if you go into the new, you'll see these molds. So this one is called Silver Bells. Very pretty. That's what they did in like the grayscale. Hi, Barbara Ross. Barbara Ross, thank you so much for always your uplifting words and all. I mean, you guys all do it, but I see you, Barbara Ross, so I appreciate you. Thank you. This one is my favorite, and there's only two, and I really don't know if I missed the boat on these, but I don't recognize that they like did a big promo for these. So I don't know if these just got slipped in and I missed it or what, because you guys know I don't miss things, but Anyways, this one's called Victorian Adornments. Look at this one. So I can see this looks like a bottle topper to me. Like you could totally do that 3D. So here it is. It's jumping around. Here it is, the grayscale of it. Again, very, very, very pretty. It's just very ornate. Very ornate. Very, very, very pretty. But you guys know I love, because that doesn't have to be an ornament. You don't have to even pour that, the top part there, and that would just be pretty. But yeah, so again, silver bells and Victorian adornment. So I don't have very many of them, so don't yell at me. I didn't. Again, we just brought in a ton of molds. I know you guys are already still waiting for all the other ones, but I thought they were pretty, so I brought them in. And there are a lot of things that have gone out of stock in the store. But all of them are on order, and each day this week I should be receiving restocks. Hi, I wanted to call you Mimi. Hi, Cindy. So if you guys remember, this is what we were working on. Yes, that's what it is. A perfume bottle, Mac. That's exactly what it reminds me of. A perfume bottle. I was looking at it and I was like, that's so pretty, but I couldn't I was like, because even look at like the little topper right there, like you would pull that little part out. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Isn't it? I really need to start making some money so I can afford all of this. I know. That's why, like I said, I try not to overwhelm you. But so again, this is what we worked on. This was part of the new release. And I know a lot of these are out of stock. I reordered them, and Prima's really good about getting me my stuff in 2 days. So they should fill my order. I put it in this weekend when I was in my right mind, which was very, very little of the time. But I put it in this weekend, so they should fill it today, and then I should have all the restock on Wednesday. So again, your best bet is to notify me when it's back in stock. Put your little email in there, and then as soon as I change that number from 0 to 1, you'll get an email. Also, please make sure, even if you don't purchase from me, it's quite all right, but please make sure you go to my website and sign up for my email list, because Yvetta, one of our saving graces on Friday, Yvetta sent out an email blast that said basically that my page was gone. That's another way for me to get a hold of you guys if something else goes wrong like that. So just please go subscribe to my email list. That also gives you updates and stuff. I do not by any means, I don't send an email every day, every other day. I send an email every other week. So you won't be spammed by me unless someone has taken over my page. All right, let's get my desk on the screen. Hi, Susan Stocking. All right, so if you can remember the paper, just like down here, ended, you could see right here. And we did a little bit of color matching up here. The only thing I'd want to do up here is bring a little bit of that aqua green up in there. Just tap it in there just a little bit. I mean, it's not even really necessary, but I want to blend that line. And then what I thought would be fun is for us to work on the actual frame. I didn't have to prime it because it's like that fake wood, if you will. So I'm thinking we're going to paint the outside of this and do something really pretty to that. I'm going to break this glass because I keep clanking it all over. Thank you so much, Susan Stocking. I appreciate that. Hello, Joy. I want to send you a picture of something I made. Where should I send it? Crafting Chaos. You guys need to message me on Crafting Chaos now. Also, Sue, if you could forward any of the bingo winners, because I don't know now who I have left to send, who I didn't send. So if you can forward me those emails to the Craft and Chaos email, because I can't get any of that. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to go over there and try to get that. It's going to be Thursday, Ashley. All right, so let's get this taken care of. Oh, and I'm just going to be real. I'm ah, I'm gonna cheat a little, and I'm gonna see if I can get away with not mixing a ton of paints, but I don't know, I quite enjoy mixing, so we'll see. Okay, so it was kind of funny. Trevor, they're doing, do you guys remember last year he dressed up as, I don't know, a vampire or something or another? And so this year, I guess their theme is going to be like Ursula. And so he had ordered some stuff on Amazon because he's in charge of, like, I guess the background, so the backdrop or whatever. They go all out for these things at his work, which I think is quite fun. So he was like, yeah, so I'm gonna have this whatever, and he's ordering lights and all these things, and I say to him, you do realize that I have probably everything that you've ordered, right? And he's like, yeah, but that's fine, whatever. And so then I come over here, and you guys remember the Primas. It was like a special edition, and it had like all the sea stuff, beautiful underwater. It had the coral reef, and I mean, just beautiful A1. So it was the real big size. So I pulled that out and I said, do you want to put this on the back on that? Because he's got a black, those poster boards, the trifold. I said, do you want to put this on the back to make it look like, it's got the water and stuff, because he has the netting and all of that. And he says, oh, yeah. He goes, no. Well, first he said no, because he didn't want to use the inventory from the store. You got to wait for him to come, Papa Boy. And I said, no, that's from my inventory. I said, I didn't take it from the store. I said, that's my stuff. And he goes, oh, okay. And I said, and he goes, but I don't really want to tell anybody at work that my mom's a crafter. Do you have on what? Oh, it's right here. Hi, Laveda. So anyways, so I said, what do you mean you don't want to tell anybody that I'm a crafter? And he goes, because there isn't anybody at work that has any crafting capabilities, and I really don't want to do more stuff. And I was like, huh? And he goes, I know, Mom, they're gonna ask me since your mom, and I just laughed. I was like, okay, I think it would kind of be fun for us, for you guys, and to get our heads together, because he goes, I don't think we'll win, but and I'm like, well, if you tell me what you're doing, we'll all make it so that you win. Hi, Miss Kathy. So it was funny because I think it was Thursday. I got off of here and I got a package in the mail, and it was it was white bubble wrap packaging, and nothing was in there. And I opened it up and I was like, no card or anything. And I thought, oh, what is going on? Look at Ari got me this beautiful ring for my birthday. Do you see the butterfly? And it was so funny because thankfully she must have gotten a notification, because I literally put this over here, and I was going to ask you guys on Thursday, but on Friday, but we all know how Friday went. And I was like, I've got to figure out who sent this, and so I can say thank you. And she messaged me and she was like, your gift finally came. And I went, oh, I should have known it was Ari. I really should have known. But thank you so much, Ari. It's got the pretty butterfly and it's pink. It's perfect for this month. All right, do you see what's happening right there? Do you see that color is perfect? So we're just going to take that color, and I'm not doing a whole lot to it. I'm actually going to mist it lightly. And all I want to do is this line here. I actually can use a little bit more green. That line there from, I'm going to literally take the little corner there. I just want to get that line of demarcation. I want to kind of blend that in just a little bit. I'm just literally taking little bits. And so thank you so very much, Ari. You're so sweet. You appreciate it so very much. But yeah, I forgot to even put it on. That's why I put it over here so I wouldn't forget. So I don't even know if you guys are going to even be, oh, yeah, you can tell. So you can see that line that's there. So all I really want to do is just blend. I want to tap out and bring a little bit of the darkness up where the paper stopped and tap back onto the paper as well. Because I'm quite happy with how everything else is. We just needed to take a little bit of, now here again, we're going a little bit darker. So I'm going to bring this and change that a little bit. I know, and I really, really do know. Thank you. Hi, Sybil. Luann, how are you? All right, yep. I knew I wasn't going to get away with doing that. But, you know, we can always try. All right, let's just do this. Because it's literally just me being fussy over it. So, again, way too much black. I don't even know. We could probably paint the whole back of it with that black that I put down. But right here, let's not use that corner where the black is again. So you see, I'm just getting that line of demarcation out. And then what I'm going to do now, where I have got like these weird stops and starts from the paint, I'm going to wet that, and then I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, and then we cannot, again, we can paint the whole back with what you just did. So I'm actually going, and this is very fussy for, something that you can barely see, but I don't know, I'm fussy, I guess. So I'm going to tap that white in now onto that line to bring it back in line with, no, we'll just lean into that a little bit. Oh, you're deciding to move now? Thanks, Onyx. I appreciate you. Now I can get close to my desk. All right. So if we're putting this on top of it, I just want to see if oh, you guys can't see. Okay, I'm okay with that. Yep, I'm okay with that. All right. So the only thing else that I want to do on here is we do need to probably get my chameleon varnish, because y'all already know it already looks like it's lit up, so we might as well give it a little more. Thank you. Hi, Miss Kathy Dean. How are you? How is that honey bunches of yours? All right, let's put these Mama Jammas away, and then let's get, well, probably not. We have to think of a color to paint the outside of the frame. What do you guys think? We could do, I mean, I don't know. Is blue too much to do like an indigo blue on there? Would that be too much blue? Should we go like our browns and keep like a caramel color? Like do truffle or something? Oh, okay. So I'm just going to take a big soft brush. No, we're not. I can see it's wet up there. That would have been a nightmare. Like truffle, put truffle on the outside. I think truffle would be super pretty out there. I also, my order that's coming also has truffle and chocolate. And a restock of the deluxe paste, a couple of colors that I didn't have. So he's doing well. He's eating light tonight, homemade chili and cornbread. Oh, still yummy. Light is yummy. All right. So again, if you've never used, I know that looks like, oh my gosh, Terry, what did you just do? But I promise you, it only looks super overwhelming like that because you have all of the bright lights. We've got huge lights up here. But when it is not in the bright lights, you don't see all of that. And I'm actually going to take, I just realized something else. I'm going to take a little bit of my polyurethane gloss because I didn't varnish it on, even though that's a varnish. I'm just going to kind of do double duty right now instead of, it's all the same. But whenever the light hits it, so it's white right now because it needs to dry, but whenever the light will hit this, and we could probably put, because it's a shadow box, we can put fairy lights on the inside, which would be really pretty, because then when the lights twinkle off of the chameleon varnish, oh, metallic hazelnut, ooh, let's see. Got your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, baby? All right. Sue says, what about hazelnut? Ooh, golly, Terry, you don't need to. I'm going to put this over here in front of the fan. I swear she thinks she's a puppy and she could fit. Oh, there go the lights, Onyx. Okay, well, I'm going to put this in front of the fan so you guys can see that full effect once it all dries. And let's grab hazelnut and see what we're working with here. Okay, why is it? Oh, that's steampunk copper. This is rustic brown. Let's see. Hazelnut, you're being summoned to the top, if you don't mind. Ooh, what is this? Oh, that is that blackberry. I'm looking, Sue. You know, it's never here. It's not even here in my drawer where it's supposed to be. So more than likely it got mixed in with the Pintart stuff. And you know what I like to do when it's not readily available? I just like to go to inventory and grab it, but that'll make Sue crazy. Hold on. Because more than likely it's gotten put back in the wrong spot. What is this? Ooh, we haven't used antique copper in forever, y'all. Antique bronze. Wait a minute now. Which one was I talking about? I was talking about truffle. What's out here? Oh, that's the new one that needs to be put away. All right, let's see. Ooh, but look at truffle. Oh, no, that's chocolate. Truffle is the deluxe paste. Chocolate is the decor metal matte. Are you dry? I like the rustic and copper. Let's mix layers. We could do that. Hi, Evelyn. So this is rustic, and this is steampunk copper. These are purples. Those really don't count. This is a purple. This one is antique bronze. I'm holding it like this because if it's not completely drying, you're going to get all the shine. This one is antique copper, which we have not used this one in a hot minute. This one used to be a fan favorite. And then this one, of course, is, you know, just amazing. Hi, Joanne. So do we just do a little mixy? I say we use a little bit of the chocolate. I don't know. Let's just open them all. Okay, let's put this back over there to dry. Oh. Then we got to figure out what else we're going to do to this, because we will put some gesso on here, even though it's, you know, like that plywood, fake wood. We need to clean it with some isopropyl alcohol, and then we'll put on a base. But let's open these Mama Jammas. And whenever you're not using your decor metal mats, your deluxe paste, you always do want to go in there and give them a little stir, because it's kind of far down there, but you'll see like it almost looks like a weird swirl in there. There's nothing wrong with it, y'all. You just need to give it a little mixy mix. Oh, you scared me. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Pops, look at me. Can you go get mommy some wipes? Can you get mommy some wipes, please? Por favor. Por favor. Just play in it. You'll get the right color. You always do. Thank you. And then this one is the rustic brown. Again, you can see this one has tinges of green. Make sure you do a little mixy. Again, very pretty. And then let's go with These two are very similar. I have not, look at this one was used and abused. Look at, it's been loved, very loved. Probably, yep. I was gonna say we probably need to open another one. Hold on a minute, Sue. I'm taking it from my inventory. Don't worry. Relax. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's get some antique. Ooh, I have antique gold too. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry. My delivery is here. Look at him. Isn't he so daggone cute? Thank you, Papa Boy. All right, Mama's taking inventory, but she's trying not to tell Sue. Don't tell on me, Troy. You see nothing. No, 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 no. It doesn't come off that way, baby boy. No, you can't just pull it through that hole. Or maybe you can. All right, then. You go. You do you. Okay, look at him. He's trying to just pull it through the top. Good coogly moogly, kid. Just manhandle everything. See? And then you put the top, you got to put it from the underside. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? You are one cool cat. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, baby. Give me some. You're all right. Do you need a reminder that to take that out of inventory? Yes. Thank you. Please remind Captain Chaos. If you remind Terry Lightsey, she won't get it. What, baby? I know. He's not coordinating with our time. Maybe if we start bribing him and we start putting snacks out there, okay? We're going to start putting snacks out there for him. Maybe he'll start bringing your stuff sooner. Do you think? See, because I got you. Look. If you're new to me, this is Troy. He's the boss around here. So you have to have patience for the Troy boy because he will not be ignored. See, I got you. Give me some. All right. So let's see what we're working with here. So I grabbed the white because we want to also make it look a little gold glowy, right? Because see how it's like very like looks like it's being lit up. So let's just do a little cleaning of our surface. Take that evil thing out. Take it out. Take it out. Throw it around. Throw it on the ground if you got to. It is bad for your paints. It will ruin your paints. It soaks all the moisture out and shortens the life of your paints, your pastes, your glues, everything. So make sure you pop those puppies out. Antique copper. Antique copper. Oh, that's another thing too. Ashley will understand this, but so the watch hours on Craft and Chaos are hardly nothing. So if I wasn't monetized before, I'm really not monetized now. Ooh, but that's okay. I never cared much about that anyways. You guys know I really didn't. My thing was came here because I love all of you and connecting and laughing with all of you. All right. I have my isopropyl alcohol. Let's get a shop towel and let's clean this off. No, don't turn my fan off. That's not nice. Turn it back on. You know I'll be hot over here. Thank you. All right. And then, so you just want to wipe your surface down if you have mineral spirits or something. Get all the lotions, the, sweaty hands or oils or whatever. You just want to get all of that off. If it's a slick surface, you want to use bonding primer, and then you want that to set for 24 hours. This isn't a slick surface. Gesso. So we're just going to put some Finnabair Clear Gesso on this. Art Basics. Don't forget, also on Thursday is going to be a fun-filled day. So Thursday will be part 2 of Ashley's project that we worked on last week when we did the L&J Goods takeover. What is that? Looks like a little art stone. So that's exciting. Oh, also, if you didn't notice, she's so sweet. She sent me those papers, the rice papers, the L&J Goods rice papers that she used on that shadow box. So those are in the store as well now. So if you do exclamation chaos, it'll send you a link to the store. I think Ashley, you wanted some of them, so I knew they were coming. They got here Saturday, so I will stick them in your box, Ash. Ash was like, "Can you send my box already?" I know, I want to, but I was waiting for some extra stuff. I knew those were coming though. All right, so Gesso just gives you that tooth for your paints to have something to grab, right? And although I'm sure our paints would have gone on here just fine, it is, factory made, so I'm sure they have some type of finish on here. So I don't want my paint slip sliding around. Gosh, I can't talk, but when can I ever? Anyways. Hi, Roxanne. I know she hasn't said a word, but you know how my anxiety is. It's like, ugh. Did I say Ashley? Oh, Megan. Did I say Ashley? Megan's part 2. Did I say Ashley, you guys? Y'all got to give me grace. Megan's part 2 for the L&J Goods takeover will be this Thursday. And it's just going to be at the regular time that I come on. It's not going to be L&J Goods time, how we were on at 10:30 my time. It'll be my regular time. Hi, Carol. Makes Sue's job a lot easier over here, too, with the chat bot. She doesn't always have to put the link in to the store, but then she does. Are you leaving now? Okay, love you. Drive safely. What'd you say? You Hi, Trees. Did I say hi to you, Trees? I don't feel like I did. Did you visit your mama this weekend? So this weekend, Saturday, I guess it was. Yeah, Saturday, because I got up to do the live with Kathy, right? Thankfully, I was at least. I'm actually glad that I had Creative Hour on Saturday because I probably really would have just sat on the couch all weekend and had a pity party like a bozo. But so I'm glad that I had the Creative Hour on Saturday because it forced me to get up and do things. But um, I hired Nick's nephew to come over and rebag all of my recyclables outside, all of the bottles and the cans, to take them because we have those big green like gardener bags, and there's a ton. You guys know about the Aquafina tumbleweeds and stuff when the wind blows, and so anyways, I hired him to come over and rebag all of the bottles and cans and put them in the black garbage bags so that we can take them to the recycling. I can't think of how old he is, if he's a teenager already or almost a teenager or what, but it's so neat, guys. He's super motivated, and for him to be this young and think this way, like the generation isn't like this much anymore, but he wants to start his own business, um to clean out like the garbage cans or do lawn work or um you know like he's got a whole plan of stuff that he wants to do, right? And so Nick took him to like Harbor Freight, Ash, to get him like, oh, look at that, to get him like a bunch of stuff that he needed, a little cart, like a little pulley cart, um to pull his stuff in the neighborhood and this, that, and the other. But anyway, so I told him, I said, if you want to bring your friend, if you want your friend to come over and help, I'll give you and your friend $10 an hour. Or if you do it alone, I'll give you $15 an hour. And he was just like, he immediately cut his friend out, right? Which I thought was kind of funny because shoot, I would have did the same thing. And he was out there and he was working, some kids, like, they get very distracted and and they don't really, might be on their phone or whatever, but no. Hi, hi Deb, how are you? Yeah, we can't let the devil, win, can we now? He got me for a minute there. I was having a pity party on the couch for a minute, but all of our friends said, no, no, he's not going to win, ma'am. So anyway, yeah, it is very rare, very rare. And he worked, he poor guy, and of course it was hot that day, and um so anyways, when he was done, I said, okay, how many hours did you work? And he just looked at me, and he's very shy. And he didn't, he just kind of, and I said, no, 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 you got to tell me, how many hours did you work? Like, how long were you here? How many hours did you work? And so he didn't want to give me a number. So I asked Nick, I said, okay, how long were you here? And he's like, and I think we got here, when you started doing work, well, so Creative Hour. So anyways, I paid him for 4 hours, and can I just tell you, the light in his eyes was so cool to see, like how he was rewarded for his hard work, and he was like, you could tell the motivation, and it was so amazing all the way up until Uncle Nick said, okay, where's my cut? And we both looked at him and we both giggled, and I was like, mm-hmm. And then I guess turns out when he got home, he was incredibly happy when he got home, and he was telling his dad, I made $60. I made $60 today. And his dad was like, oh, you did? Where's my cut? And I was like, what are these guys? Yep. No way is right, Deb, because let me tell you, he sure was trying. He was trying. He was trying. But that's one thing about our community. He messed with the wrong one. I got too many friends in this community that were lifting me up with just their kindness and love. So if you guys can see, and this one is pretty much dry now. You could see again that chameleon varnish. I have so many lights on that's why it looks like that. And yes, I do see the streaks. It's fine because I haven't even mixed any of the other colors in yet. I'm trying to get just a base of this down, and then we will go through and start adding some other colors. I don't know if it's the gesso that's rolling up on me or what, so I just want to make sure it's a smooth transition out here. Hi, Lori. The devil started the battle, but you are going to win the war. The prayer warriors are. Thank you so much. Yes. It was something, and unfortunately, I was talking to Yvetta this morning. I said, unfortunately, now in the morning, the first thing I do is have that overwhelming sense of like, am I going to be able to get onto my page? So I posted a picture of what I wanted to show you. Okay, awesome. I will take a look at it. The sun is out and my dogs are bugging me, so going for a walk. Have a blessed day. Okay, Robin. It's good. Get some sunshine. All right, so I'm going to intentionally not do the inside. Really, I'm not going to do it. And then let's go ahead and we'll dry this a little bit, but I'm going to grab, if I can find it in this heap of stuff over here. I'm looking for something specific. I need to go in and lift all of these brushes. They're just, no, I don't want this one. It's too thick. I'm looking for my fan brush. So just give me a second because it's hiding amongst all my other brushes. I have one particular fan brush that is my absolute favorite. I have a ton of them, but there's just the one that I favor. And of course, I can always, there it is. It's just, if you can tell, like most fan brushes are like this, very thick, and I don't like that. This one is the only brush that I will do splatters with, is this one as well. So I wanted that one because let's dry this and then I'll show you. Did she, Mac? Oh, I missed it. Hey, Nicole. Nicole, did you butt dial me the other day? I don't know what what is that all about, Ash? Whoops, that was not dry. Oh, you were actually calling me? But it only rang like 2.5 times. Like it rang, and then it hung up. Like it didn't. So I didn't even think. that I thought you were butt dialing me. Because it wasn't like a full, because I had it on the table and I was getting some rice for Choi Choi or something for Choi Choi, making him a sandwich or something, and then it barely rang. It like rang once, twice, and then it like hung up right away. I was like, oh, she must have butt dialed me. Okay, so now I am going to take, oh, I don't know why I didn't put my hat on or something. First off, let's take a little bit of the antique copper. And these colors are very similar, if you can tell. But I'm going to do the inner rim in the antique copper. Man, I don't know why, but antique copper, truffle, chocolate, I used to use them all the time. It's been a while since I pulled them out. All right, one thing I don't like about edges like this is you're going to get all of the yuck. So, and I do want to make that opaque. I didn't want to make the outside color as opaque just yet. How many more minutes? 3 minutes? Oh, heck no. If they start walking up, like, what are they doing sitting in the car? You need something. Get in. I don't know. I don't like walking into a business when it's about to close. I definitely will not go into a restaurant when it's about to close. That is just all kind of messed up to me. But I guess if you've never been a server or worked in a restaurant, you don't understand how wrong that is in any type of food, fast food, restaurant. It is so wrong. All right. So the inside has the antique copper. I don't know if you can see. Yes, I see the outside. I'm not worried about that right now. So I don't know if you can see that it's going to have a little bit of a highlighted like inner rim there. Okay, and then before we go out and make this outside one opaque, let's get a little bit of the, didn't I clean you? You're good, right? Let's get a little bit of, see, this is when they get mixed up. Oh, this color might be too close. We might not be able to do it. What did I scratch that with my ring? Probably. Ah, it might be too close. I don't even think you guys can tell. I can tell here, but the colors are so very close. Well, in the light you can tell. All right, so okay, you can tell with that one first. So let's put that one down first, and then let's work. I need to quit hitting this with my rings, obviously. And then actually let me get a shop towel really quickly because I'm going to keep boot scooting it around on one side and it's going to scratch until we get it done. Right. Hi, Papas. Hairspray for your hair? You got a hot date? There you go, good looking. We got to get you a haircut. Huh? All right. Oh, no, no, no. So you already closed down the drawer and everything, and then they try to cut? Oh, no. See, I don't know. And I know some people are like, well, I mean, they're open. Like, that's not. Yeah, I know that, the hours are, they're open until 5, but it doesn't mean necessarily that they want you to go in at 4:58. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean that, now I know there's Troy. There's some circumstances that like you're working on something and you need to Troy. I know, bud, but I don't have it. He didn't delivered it, and he hasn't even come today yet. Ooh. So I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it's just like a grain, like a wood grain. I don't even know if it's coming across on screen, but it looks very pretty. But in order for the rustic brown to show at all, I'm having to go ahead and put some of the antique copper down first. And you see, we're going to need to clean off that fan brush in a minute because now the lines are getting too close together and it's not going to look like wood in a minute here. Okay, let's put it down for just a second. I am just going to give that a little rinse. And then let's rinse it off in, oh, this one. Water is very full. Okay, just to kind of, so, and I don't know why I've never gone back and bought a ton more of these brushes, but I've had this brush, because I used to use this to make trees when I did watercolor. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you, son. Oh my gosh, how do you, don't dig into it. All right, what side did we need to do still? This side. So this makes perfect branches. I'm gonna try not to dip the whole thing in there and then just kind of. So it's giving us texture without actually going in and like doing a mold or a mold. Jeez, or a mold too, but a stencil. All right. Oh, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I'm about to put this on Troy's face. Now I feel like I have a big glob of mascara in my eyeball. I think I do. It's all good. No problem. I can't see as it is anyways. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a glob of mascara in my eye. All right. Look at that side came out really good. See, we should have cleaned that brush off a lot sooner. Okay, so now there we go. There we go. So that's what our outside looks like. All right, now let's work on the face. I really should stop doing whatever I'm doing with my nails or my rings. You. All right. We'll do that side last. Again, you see how it's very, like you could see through it right there quite a bit. But that's how it was around the whole entirety of the box, and I'm okay with that. So again, we're just going to, and I've been tapping off over here as well, because I'm trying to So did anybody do, hi Jeanette, did anybody, oh, like walking into a restaurant? Yeah, no, that's just, it's just not cool to walk into a restaurant when it's about to close. Like y'all, you know, the grill's going down, everything's being shut down. Did anybody do anything wonderfully fun this weekend? I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. You're using the wrong color. Do you realize that? Or are you just joining everybody today? Like, did you forget what you were doing? Yeah, that's all right. That's cool. Now that you've joined everybody else on the regular scheduled programming, can you please do it the right way? Thank you kindly. I'll get there, y'all. All right, and then let's go ahead and just take some of that rustic brown and just put some of that back in there so that way it looks more like a grain and just not slashes of antique copper. I really like the way that looks. It's probably really hard to tell for you guys because the colors are all so similar, but it's really pretty. So pretty. Yeah, my 4 youngest grandchildren. Aw, you did pumpkins? Oh, Helen, happy belated birthday. You went to the pumpkin patch too? Cheer competition. Oh, how old is she, Sandy? I love watching cheer. Troy. Thank you, son. Dome besitos. Dome. Love you. 11. Oh my gosh. Is she a flyer or do they not do any stunts or anything? I always wanted to do cheer and be in gymnastics so I can fly and all that stuff, but yeah, no. Instead, I was playing volleyball and baseball and bowling and boxing and, you know, all the things my brothers wanted me to do. You were a cheerleader? I could see Ashley being a cheerleader. She'd be a good cheerleader. Okay, thank you. Is that's enough now, Troy? That was it. That was the finishing part. All right, let's dry this Mama Jamma. And then we need to top coat it so I can stop gashing it with my rings. And I need to figure out, I think I'm going to need to paint this inner doodobby. Yes, I called it a doodobby. You heard right. Your ears did not deceive you. Your granddaughter is a flyer. Oh. Oh. I think that is so cool. Guess who's back? Back again. Thanks, son. Seriously, now that's got to be the end. Okay, let's not put it in the water. I already have one here. Can you go put it back where you got it, please? Because then when Mama needs it, it's not there. All right, there's like one little, I don't know if my eyes are going crazy or if I see something white there. All right. Let's see. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to, yeah, that white's going to show. Ah, isn't it? The rim isn't, but the inner portion is. Okay, well, I won't bore you guys with all of that right now, but oh my gosh, that's gonna be pretty. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, let go. Skedaddle. Okay, what am I seeing? Okay, I don't know. All right. So, what I want to do though is, speaking of fan, it's kind of pretty white on in the inside. Yeah. Hi, Valerie. Band. I played the flute for a while, but I don't know. I played flute for a few years, but I don't know. Wasn't into it. Like, I did it. It was fun, but okay. I want to do some beautiful splatters all on the outside, but we are definitely not doing splatters unless we are using my brush. Okay, what do we not want splattered? Well, everything we don't want splattered. Where's my phone? I'm sitting on my phone. I don't want splatters in my drink. This I don't care about. This is already gnarly. Put that over there. Okay. We don't need splatters on this remote. Okay. 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 We haven't had us a good splatter fest in a while. Okay, let's see if our white pearl is opaque enough. It should be, because, you know, all the testing we did with it that day, it was super duper. You can't? Patricia, really? 10 years and you can't play a lick now, huh? Okay, so we are going to make this so we'll see how how opaque it is when we splatter, because it needs to be quite watery. But if the splatters are this white pearl and super pretty like this, oh man, I'm gonna need to stand up because I really don't want splatters on my pants. Actually, I won't stand up. Oh gosh, I have a black shirt on. Oh, hello. Okay. Good cuggly muggly. Terry, you didn't think this one through. All right. Any hootin' nanny. All right, let's dry these two sides and then see how well it does, because obviously when it's, wet, it looks like it's much more opaque than it actually is. So let's dry these two sides and then see what we got, what we're looking at. Terry, I think I was a moron and placed an order on Terry Lightsey Saturday night. What do you mean you placed an order on Terry Lightsey? What does that mean? Because I'm not quite sure what you can buy on Terry Lightsey. So please tell me, because now I just got really afraid. I was a bit of a monkey in my younger days and used to climb lampposts. Lampposts? My cousin and I always did all the things. Like we would take like mats off of the couch and slide them down their stairs and go barreling into the wall. Like a roller coaster. We loved roller coasters, so we would do anything that would make us. Look at how pretty that is. And it's metallic-y too. Oh, I love it. Love it. But why did you just let that go all in there? That's not good. Not a smooth move. All right, let's do our other two sides. And then the front. Did you get my order I placed? I think I used Terry Lightsey Linktree. Oh, it's okay if you use the Linktree from that. That's all right. You placed an order with my store, Treese? It's okay. Yeah, I mean, the Linktree and all of that stuff, luckily it doesn't have anything to do, with the book. So that doesn't matter. That's fine. But if you mean that you placed an order and you didn't really mean to, and you want me to refund it, just let me know and I could do that. If you don't use a fan brush to do your, your splatters, and you don't ever get good splatters, I'm telling you, use a fan brush. But you got to use one. This is too compact. That's what do you guys see the difference here? This one, I mean, unless you want like bulldozers as your splatter dots, I mean, oh, why are you sitting down and just splattering all over your pants, you bozo? I remember when I went to the retailer retreat and I was telling a few of them to splatter with their fan brush, and they were like, do what? I was like, seriously, fan brush. I tell you no stories. It's the best. I don't like doing that or a toothbrush because holy guacamole, my face and everything gets splattered with a toothbrush. I can't use those of you who can splatter with the toothbrush. My hat's off to you, because that stuff is crazy. And then it never fails. Like whenever I do splatter with the toothbrush, like I get like big old drops of weird. And I don't like it. All right, excuse me for just a moment, because splatters are not very wet, so this is a problem. Are you going to splatter the front glass too? Front glass too? We could, because we still need to do something to it. Goodbye, splatters. Thanks for going on my pants. I appreciate you. Oh, yep, that didn't even make it into the garbage. All right, let's dry this, and then let's put our gloss on top of it, and then we can move on. Cheap thin fan brush. Yeah, like as long as, like I said, is these big but mighty ones. I don't even know what you would necessarily use this for, because you can't even make trees with that. Like, that's a big mighty branch. But yeah, whenever people do this and they're like, they forget about it. I already have freckles, so last thing I need is splattered freckles. Oh, it looks so cool when it shifts, because it's got that pearl. Look, it's leaving all over my hands. And thank you, Pants, for exactly, got to keep Banana Republic in business. Wow. Good grief. Okay, so let's put some gloss. Let me get a soft brush. Oh, I left this out here because I'm bad at cleaning off my blade after I clean my desk, and then it gets all nasty. Nasty. Okay, I want a very soft brush. Soft. Time is it? Time flies when you're having fun. Really? You don't want to play? Okay. Okie dokie, artichokey. I didn't really do that inside lip with splatters, but it's okay. Oh yeah, see? A little bit of shine. Okay. So pretty. Use a toothbrush once big mess on the dog. I know. Do you guys remember back in the day, they would have the acid wash jeans? And I mean, it basically looked like it was splattered, right? Did you guys ever make your own acid wash jeans, splashing bleach on it? Yep. I'm talking about. All right, so make sure we don't have any, clumpy glumpies on the corners, on the edges anywhere. Let's give it a little quick dry because this is fast drying. And then we'll get the frame over here and see if we're going to leave that inside white like that. I was thinking it would be pretty to do like some etching on the glass, but I don't know what stencil I would want to do on there. Owls look so cute. All right, let's make sure the bottom of it was done wherever it was touching the paper towel. All right. And then let's make sure. Oh, we'll just paint it on the table. Okay, I think she could go by the fan. Actually, no. Let's just dry her because we need to put it in the, what's it called? A swirly stencil. Snowflakes. Like tiny ones, right? Okay. Dangerous. That was super dangerous. Troy left his bottle over here, setting me up. All right, let's put that jamma down for a minute. I have maybe made all the things I've thrown in my trash can. I've maybe made a handful of things in there. All right, we got to clean this glass because that's just disgusting. So disgusting. So very disgusting. Oh, my grubby fingies on here. Raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Alright, what is that? And why are you not coming off, bro? Air. Okay. I know I have snip art stencils with tiny snowflakes on them. Very tiny snowflakes. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What the mother father is that, yo? Oh, heck to the nizow. I don't know if you guys can see. What is that? Oh, no, ma'am. Hold, please. Well, this might be going on the naughty shelf if I can't get that out, because that is not the business. So apparently, there, you guys can see it right there. There's a crease that's going across right here, which one would think it was a crease in the paper. However, why it only picked up when we put the chameleon varnish is kind of funky. Anyways. Ugh, okay. You like the white? What song? Did I sing a song? Lord only knows. Did I sing a song? Okay, so hold on a minute. So initially, on the outside of this, didn't I pull out some molds or something the other day? Look at these cool little chipboard pieces that I found, y'all. They're like, what you call it? What do you call those things? You guys know what I'm talking about. But look at how cool that is. Didn't I pull? I'm pretty sure I pulled out molds. I had like a mold in mine. All right, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to either camouflage it later But I can see there's a stinking line right there. Oh, that's horrible. Anyways, okay. Man. So, on the outside, it needs something cute on the outside. Onyx is like, she keeps moving this chair back and forth, and I don't like it, y'all. Am I scaring you, baby girl? I'm sorry. I stopped moving. I try to stop moving. All right, let's see what we got. I know that I have a really tiny snip art stencil with snowflakes on it. However, I don't know where I might have that. So if I don't, this isn't the right one. That one has stars. I don't like the stars. That has leaves. That has something or another. That has space. That's cogs and gears. Flowers. New flowers. All my new stencils are in here. New. All right. This isn't even your Christmas book. Why are you looking through here? Because you're a bozo. Such a bozo. That's why you have different categories. You have a holiday category. A holiday stencil binder. I wouldn't even know where to look. I know that I've used it though, so I'll have to search for it. But I'm thinking like some cute, like we need to do some cute, hi Wendy, embroidery hoops. Yes. Yes, I probably could use like the snow pin and do some like extra snow or something or another out here. But we need like a pretty, like, we need molds or some greenery or something on the outside here. Because this is weird. This is weird. You know what I mean? When you're holding it up, it's not as noticeable as when I'm like this with the light, right? Go up, but now that I see it, I can't unsee it. And again, I know that looks really dramatic, but see, when you're not looking at it with all the light like that, it's very pretty. I did want to run some pretty lights in there. Are we thinking we should leave it white? It needs like a mold or something on the outside, like some stenciling or something. I'm trying to think without something being super duper complicated, what I can put out there. Oh, what is this? What is this? What are you? That's too much. Too much. Hi, Cheryl. What molds have either ivory or ivy? What? Either ivy or evergreen branches. Or what is this in here? We have birds and nests and what is this? Cardinal cheer. Oh, that's bugs. I don't want bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. What are you? You have acorns on you. You could be kind of cute. I'll pull you out too. You're big old maple leaves, but you never know. You never know. What happened to my blossom mold? That, by the way, the blossom, the mold that I always use, that's super popular, that I love, that went out of stock for the longest time. I brought it back into stock, and I never remember to tell you guys that. What about some of our new ones? So this has a deer, and this has trees and Santa. Oh gosh. We really need to go through these molds and just like do a mass cleaning of them. Okay, I'm coming, guys. I'm sorry. I know that's super rude. Okay, I'm coming. Do you guys remember Holly Lane? Okay. That might be kind of cute to do like in the corners. I think these are just way too ginormous. Might be kind of cute to do like some of the holly up there, and then maybe put a couple of the little acorns in there. Or they're not squirrels, I realize that, but or at least maybe we could actually even take that big one and maybe put it at the bottom. Which one is that one, Mac? Which one is that one, Mac? You know what I mean? Because that might be pretty to do that at the bottom. I know everybody usually thinks like at the top, but at the top we could maybe do a little corner something or another, but I think this would be pretty to kind of have that drooping off at the bottom. And I do know, oh, let's not. I do know that I'm out of the white resin. It will be here on Wednesday. Funny thing is I've had casting resin and black, white, and clear in my store forever. And within the last couple of weeks, I keep having to reorder it because it keeps selling out. Oh, which is fine. I'm grateful. But I feel like maybe is it because of the time of the year everybody's doing molds and stuff for like ornaments or whatnot. Okay. This is my nasty. No, but there is a tree branch in the photo, so acorns would match. Yeah, it has pine branches on it. And yes, I do have it. I think I know which one you're talking about. Shoot, I cannot remember the names of anything anymore. Like our papers, stencils, the molds. The only reason why I know the names of some of the molds are because they're out of stock, and so like I keep seeing requests for them, so I keep repeatedly seeing the same names over and over. But before it was like no problem, we would know all the numbers and the names, and now, and what's crazier is you would think that, you know, having the store, because obviously I always burn one of everything that I order, right? For my stuff, for my own personal use. But I continuously forget what I have. And that's no fun, because you want to use your products. You don't want them to just be in the cupboard somewhere. But half the time I forget that I have a mold, or it's like I'll remember stuff like this because these are the, you know, the ones that go way back. But all right, so we're gonna do some, probably should do, we'll just do white. Probably should do the black, but I'm already here. So I'll pour this, and then unfortunately it will be my time to go. But we'll be back tomorrow. And really, with the exception of just the outside and decorating the outside, I don't think we have much more to do on the box. Gosh, I obviously didn't clean out my thing the last time I poured, which is not like me. The Santa mold. See, I haven't even used him yet. Okay, remember, the quick cure is just that. It's quick. The quick cure. If you're stirring forever and ever, eventually it's going to get hot, and when it's getting hot, the cup is getting hot in your hands. That means that you are out of time, and you need to move it or lose it. Literally, you're about to lose all that resin, because once it's hard or gets to that goopy state, it's done. So I literally just do a couple little like swishes back and forth. Once they've gone clear, and you can notice it in your jar there, that once it's gone clear, it's ready. Might need a little. So right now the cup in my hand is very, very warm. So it basically is telling me that your time is up, lady. But yeah, so I do sell Amazing Casting, the Alumilite and the white, the black and the epoxy, which is Food Safe, in the store. And I have them all right now in a total weight of 16 ounces, so 8 and 8. However, for those of you who may pour a lot and you would like the bigger sizes, all you need to do is let me know, because I can get 32 final weight. When I say final, it's because this is 16, but that is 8 and 8. So 32 would be 16 and 16. And then I can also get you the big gallon size if you want, if you needed it. That's actually what I use, are the gallons, and then I keep repouring it into the jugs, just because I pour so much. But so we'll just wait a minute, and then I know. It's so funny because when I think about the store, when I first put the store online, it was just literally like nothing. It was a few. It was the molds that were out from DQ at that time, and whatever the release was. And I was like, okay, like this is good. Like, we're just gonna have a little bit of this, and that's, we're gonna have the papers and the molds. And I don't know what happened. How did we get here? As I remember specifically thinking to myself that was all we were going to carry, was just the papers and the molds. And what was even funnier one day is we were driving home, and I said something about the store, and I said, have you looked at the store lately? And he goes, like, what do you mean? I said, have you looked online? Have you looked online? And he was like, no. And so I opened it for him, and I went to the website, and I handed him my phone, and I told him, look, I said, look it, this is the website. And he starts scrolling, and he's scrolling and scrolling, and he looks over at me, and he's scrolling and scrolling, and he looks over at me, goes, I didn't realize we had so many products. And I'm like, yeah, about that. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I was like, you don't see nothing. But he just looked at me and was like, I didn't realize we had so much stuff. And I was like, no, we don't. We don't have so much stuff. What you talking about? Why are you talking crazy? I have to have all the ting-tings. It's wrong. And then it's like when you tell somebody, oh yeah, I'm using heavy body gel, and they're like, okay, can I get it in your store? And you're like, no. Well, that's it's weird, right? It's like, well, you have a store, how come I can't get it from you? And I'm like, I don't know. We love to shop. I know. I do too. Okay, so are you ready, ma'am? The ends are not ready, so I guess we could just... Nick got me the good gloves from Harbor Freight, because he bought his nephew a pair of gloves too. So he bought me some good gloves. So anyways, okay, I don't want to go over my time, even though I could sit here with y'all. Oh, Ash, do you want me to put one of these in there for you? You're gonna have to use some type of fluid. You're gonna have to use fluid medium, but that's the color Finnabair was using that day. If you want me to put one in there, let me know, because I have a gajillion of these still. You can tell my frustration with that, right? Oh, these are the best ever. So, anyways, so this is our picture. I know, it's a beautiful color. I just wish they would get me some good ones. Tomorrow we will put our little Holly Lane mold on it, and then we'll just paint that really quickly. Ooh, we'll put some Moss Effect on there and just like blow it up a little bit in the corners and stuff. And then this one will be done. And then I don't know, tomorrow I'm feeling like doing some like mixed media stuff. I don't know. Like some stuff. So don't forget the snow pin. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's not sealed up yet, but we'll definitely. Anyways, bugs. What bugs? Huh? Do I got bugs? Piojos? Because I was going like that. Is that what you mean? Oh, did I just put something in my hair? I did. Man. Make some snow on the inside. Like a shaker? Ooh. That would be kind of cool. Resin, perhaps? Alrighty, you guys. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys will all get the confirmations all at one time. Everything is done and ready. Thank you for your patience. And then yeah, so snow in it. Yes, I have the Dollar Tree snow. You know the that would be cute. Okay, maybe we aren't so done with that one just yet. So, anyways, I'll go look at it right now, Barbara Ross. Okay, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. I will talk to you tomorrow, same time. There's no outro either. So I can't make like really funny faces because the book will get me. Love you long time, my Ashley. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye. Just kidding.